Okay, so I'm going to start queen rearing soon. I'm going to use this hive to make queens. So I'll set it up tonight as a cell builder, and then tomorrow I'll start grafting and getting it to make me some queens. I've come out here kind of late in the day, so I want to make sure to be kind of generous with the smoke. So I'm puff at the top entrance, a little bit at the bottom, and I'll give some more as I pop the lid here. Oh, okay. I didn't really glue it down much yet. So, oh, isn't that nice? This is my best hive. I'm going to use it to make queens, and I'm also going to make queens from it. So this will be one of the mother hives at least. I might use one other. Just give them a puff of smoke, help keep them calm. There's bees all the way across in this third box here. It's a real nice strong one. So there's the second brood chamber, just a little puff of smoke. There's the third. There's bees all the way in there. Nice and calm. This is one of my own queens from last year. It's done really well, so I've decided to make some queens from it. So the first step is to get my queen in the bottom brood chamber. So I'm not going to go and look through every comb to look for her. I can't do that. That's going to take forever. So I'm just going to shake the bees off of every comb in the other boxes here into the bottom. And then I have a queen excluder, metal queen excluder. The queen can't get, well, shouldn't be able to get through here. I know some queens can squish through there, but that'll keep her in the bottom, and then I can start making my queen cells in the top, or in the second brood chamber. So as I pull combs, I am glancing quickly for the queen, but I'm not really looking all that hard for her. If I see her there, I can just move her into the bottom and I'm done shaking. If not, I just shake every comb, or all the bees off of every comb in the top boxes here, and then I know that she's in the bottom. This is just hatching out, but it's a nice pattern there. This hive is nice and healthy and strong. It's also nice and gentle. I haven't been stung yet, even though we're late in the day here. So that's good. That's the type of genetics I want. I didn't have to feed them this spring. They came through winter nice and strong. They built up well, nice and gentle. They should make a pretty good honey crop. I'll keep track of any that make more honey than the rest and see how they do, and then I can make queens from them next year. These are now in the bottom, so it makes sense that the queen is also in the bottom. And then I'll put the queen excluder, second brood chamber, and the honey super. And then I'll put the cells in and come back tomorrow and graft. Look at that. Nice. This is like overflowing with bees. I'm going to try and get all of them in there, so I can just take the hive tool maybe and just try and scoop them in here. Alright, I think that's about as good as I can do. I'll just try smoking them a little bit, and I'll get the queen excluder on there. This is my first way using this method. Maybe next time with a hive this strong I might just do this, but instead in the third box. I'm having a hard time fitting all the bees into the bottom here. Like they're just hanging out everywhere. So now the second goes back on top, and then the third. And I have to take a frame out here. I'll show in a minute here. This is my grafting frame. There's these little plastic queen cups. Each one of these will hopefully turn into a queen. I'll show more of that tomorrow. But anyways, there's 30 of them on here. That's about good for a hive. Some people will do 45 or more, but I don't really need that many anyways, so I'm just doing 30. That'll go right in the center. Tomorrow I'll see if there's a frame of pollen. It's good to have a frame of pollen right next to it. But I'm just setting it up for now, and then I'll leave this for about a day, and the bees will polish up the cells and get them ready. So, and then I want my queen in the bottom because she'll kill those queens. If I let her get around them, she'll kill all the queens that I'm trying to make. Yeah, the bees are starting to move back up here. frame that I took out of the second brood chamber there, I just put it in the honey super. So if I take it out of the hive, then I have to store it somewhere, and it had some honey in there, so I'll just put it up in the honey super and then move it back down after I'm done queen rearing. And that's it for today. Oh yeah, and then this is always fun. Scooping up a handful of these. Yeah. Scooping up a nice handful of these. That one's hanging on. Let's do it here. It's always pretty cool. It's been 2 days since that last clip. I was going to graft yesterday, but it was just cold and rainy and windy. Today it's windy, but at least it's sunny out. It's kind of interesting. The bees are picking at that dry pollen sub again. For the last 2 weeks now they've been on it. Right through dandelions, caraganas are just coming out now. I figured that that's probably from all the cool weather that we've had and the rain. I also read somewhere dandelion pollen, it's missing a few things for the bees. So, I don't know, I have it out. If they want it, it's there, so they obviously need it. Hives are doing quite well. The audio might not be quite as good. I didn't charge up the microphones, and I still have to figure out how to hook them up to this new phone here, so we'll see. The hives are looking good. Some of them I took the thirds off of. I asked a friend and he said he waits until they move into the bottom, until they're covering at least 6 frames in the bottom. So some of these weren't quite ready. I put supers on a bit early. We'll see if it makes much of a difference. So, the hives are doing good overall. Alright, I'll show grafting here. So here's the cell builder. I put in this frame with the queen cells just about 2 days ago. I was just gonna leave it for a day and then graft, but it was too cold. So there's the third. Let's kick it off. Right full of bees. I'm also going to make queens from this hive. This one, and I'll probably pick one other hive just to have some diversity in there. So lots of bees on there. They've polished up the cells nicely, and then I'll graft into them, and we'll turn those into queens hopefully. So I'm looking for very young larvae. Let's find some here. That's old. That's old, that's capped. You want the very young larvae because they are still feeding them well enough, and they'll turn into queens. Oh, there's one that's alright. I'll find one on first here. And then. Okay, there's one that's a good age. It's hard to get it on the camera here, but that one there is a good age. That's way too old. That's too old. Too old. That one's alright. That one seems fine. It's tricky to graft on camera, but pretty much I slip this Chinese grafting tool underneath the larva, put it into the queen cell, and then push the plunger here to push it off. First bar done. I'm going to graft 15 cells from one hive and 15 from another one. I'm just doing them one at a time because I'm kind of slower at grafting. So the other one's already in the hive, and then I'm going to go and dig through the other breeder hive to get a frame of larvae. I'm also going to graft from this hive here. It was nice and strong coming out of winter, and it's built up really well. 3 boxes of these. Come through winter nice and strong. I didn't need to feed it. So we'll dig through here and find a frame of larvae. Okay, she's already moved up into the third here. There's my queen. She's a Saskatraz from last year. She's already laying up in this honey super, that's good. She moved up into the third. It's a nice looking queen. Nice gentle hive too, that's good. Nice and gentle, strong, wintered well, they're building up well. This is what I want. So there's 3 boxes of bees. 1, 2, and 3. They've moved down a little bit now, but nice and strong. Good pattern. A nice old frame here with some young larvae. So I'll graft another 15 cells, and we'll be good. Right there, I got all 15 grafted. Don't know how well to pick it up there, but I just pick up the young larvae with the little grafting tool, and then push it in the cell, and push the plunger and it slides off. There we go, hopefully they'll make all of these into queens. It's way easier doing this with an old comb, by the way. Nice old black comb, it's way easier. Frame of larvae put back. I'll show you the pattern on this hive. Beside that it's nice and strong, gentle, it has a good pattern too. It came through winter in good shape, it built up well. Same with the other one there. I thought I should probably graft from at least 2 hives though, just to give some genetic difference. This one's Saskatraz, and the other one I grafted from is one of my own queens. That was grafted from a Kona last year. So nice solid brood pattern. I'll show the other side here. Okay, nice solid pattern, very healthy. The bees walk nice and calm on the comb. They're not dripping off the combs and trying to fly up and sting me in the face. I mean, I didn't even get the smoker out today because it's windy, and they're still being nice. So that's what I want. Good, strong, healthy hives that come through winter in good shape. And this one, well, most of them here should make a good honey crop too. Wow, this queen really gets around. Now she's in the top, or the second brood chamber here on the other edge. She was just in the honey super a minute ago. It's a nice looking queen. I got the graft frame in there. It's only been there for about 5 minutes or so. There's already bees on it. Let's see if I can get it out of here gently. There's bees like falling off the comb there. So there's bees on there already, checking it out. I'll come back tomorrow and see how they're doing. It's been 3 days since grafting. Let's check on these queen cells. It looks like they're making most of them into queens here. If you look up close, they're drawing out the wax on those cells and feeding the queens. I'll just there you go. Get a better look there. I'm filling that cell with royal jelly and drawing out the queen cells. So that looks good. I might move this into the third and put an excluder on the second, and then it'll give the queen both boxes to lay in. I don't want these girls getting swarmy either. I'm probably going to have to put fourths on most of them. It's been rainy and cold and windy lately, and this is the first nice, warm, sunny day, so the bees are really going at it. There's bees everywhere out here. So anyways, those look good. I'll do another video when I put them into nukes. Here, it's just, I'll show a few more. Nice. Queen cells in the third here, and I put a frame of brood on one side and a frame of brood on the other, just to make sure the bees are up here, and then bees will start hatching out and they'll be right around the queen cells. And then I moved 2 empty frames back down here, and then this one I took out to make room for the queen cells. And then this extra comb, I have an extra comb now because of the queen cells there. I'll just put it into another hive and put 10 in super. So, okay, that's it. Oh, and then the excluder here. Keep the queen away from those queen cells.